Hi, my name is Steve Rasnic, Tim. I'm the author of 24 books and over 400 short stories. If you want to know more about my work, check out my website at stevetim.com. Much of my fiction is about the terrible things people have to deal with, subjects which we usually try to avoid thinking or talking about. Maybe these subjects are too depressing to contemplate, or maybe they're just too large and complicated to comprehend. One of those large subjects troubling me the most in recent years is climate change, and our lack of serious effort to do anything about it. In fact, sometimes it seems the more frantic the alarm bells over climate change become, the slower our governments are to respond. I understand. It's only natural to believe we can't do anything to affect the climate, a system so massive in time and space, it may seem arrogant to think human beings could somehow affect or alter it. It's like worrying over the chance of an earthquake or a volcanic eruption. We feel helpless against such things, just as we unfortunately sometimes feel helpless about our ability to influence the politics and the laws governing our daily lives. The idea we might be in part responsible for the intensity of the floods and the fires which have assaulted us in recent years once seemed unimaginable. But the scientific evidence is now overwhelming. Climate change is happening, and human activity is the cause. But I think there's actually something hopeful in such terrible news. We have an effect, and scientists are now telling us there may be a path to fixing what we have wrecked. So, how do we make sure the right things get done? Well, one thing we can do is we can contact our local senators and representatives and ask them to pass climate change legislation. Citizens Climate Lobby is one example of a volunteer organization which focuses on that very approach. But there are also a lot of things that we can do as individuals. We can take responsibility for our part in all this. An organization that embodies and empowers this individual effort is 2020orBust.org. I'd like to ask you to go to 2020orBust.org and download their free app and start doing your part. You can even donate to help fund their efforts. 2020's mission is to wake people up to the importance of the next 3 years for climate change and to empower ordinary folks with an opportunity to collaborate worldwide as they lower their carbon footprint. Anyone may download 2020's free app for Apple or Android devices, which allows you to track your progress with specific carbon-saving actions and compare your results with users worldwide. I have a copy on my iPad. The actions this app allows you to choose from are both creative and inspiring. Add meatless meals to your week. Invest in renewable energy. Recycle. Stop using plastic. Limit your microfiber waste. Plant native wildflowers. Contact your local congressional representatives, etc. The effort required really isn't that different from what a large bipartisan group of Americans has accomplished in the past during World War II. And World War II scale climate mobilization is the type of effort that is required right now. But this time, instead of planting victory gardens, everyday Americans will be marshaling their energies for projects like the ones I just mentioned. I have 4 children and 6 grandchildren who I love well beyond words. The idea that I might leave them in a world facing such a monumental crisis without trying to do something is unconscionable. So I'm doing this for them. I hope you'll do this for people you love. Thank you for your time.